Hello everybody, and just here and welcome back to DANDADAN, the last episode, the finale. It really feels weird having the last episode of DANDADAN. It really doesn't feel like 12 episodes would be it, you know? And I speculated about why in the previous episode a little bit, but now I have some more thoughts on the topic, if you'd indulge me. I think a part of it is the quality of this series, to be honest with you. I kinda got the association, or recently at least, of shows of high quality having more episodes, having multi-core seasons, right? Shangri-La Frontier gets 2 seasons of 24 episodes. Frieren got a one season so far of, I think it was also 24, right? I think so. Dungeon Meshi, I believe, was also 24. What else was there that had higher episode numbers? Couple more shows, at least. So this association was kind of created in my head, and now I'm watching a show of a very high quality, and it's on 12 episodes? Well, something doesn't check out, right? So, yeah, that's probably it, at least partially. In any case, season 2 has already been announced, so we're gonna get the 24 episodes as I expected, with a little bit of a delay. Season 2 starts, well, next year, of course, but can't remember which season. But I don't think the winter season, I think spring at the earliest. I'm not sure, I'd have to double check that. So yeah, glad to see that we get a second season already announced. What happened in the previous episode? Let's maybe talk a little bit about that. Well, quite a few things happened, actually. We had... was it the previous episode or was it the one before? Yeah, it was the previous episode, I think, where Momo and Okarun finally talked about what happened with Aira, right? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Was it? Or was it the previous one? Shit, I can't remember. Regardless. Quite a few things happened. Okarun was, of course, jealous of... what's his face? Where is he on the list of characters? Is he not listed? There he is. Gigi. Okarun is, of course, very much jealous of Gigi. Doesn't quite see that Momo feels clearly nothing towards him. Friendship, because he's a childhood friend, but no, romantic feelings. But Okarun, of course, gets it into his head that, oh, Gigi is so much better of a male than I am. So, of course, this alpha male will be a better candidate for Momo than me, a measly beta, right? Those are basically his thoughts right now. And he starts training again, which is good, right? He channels his frustration towards something positive. He's not shutting himself in a room and brooding and listening to Nirvana or whatever, right? He's doing something proactive to not be a beta male. A little bit of mewing, a little bit of training, and right, he's gonna be where Gigi is. That's his thinking, at least. Momo catches him training and joins him with her lunch, and even offers to feed him, which was very nice of her. Unfortunately, there's a third wheel. Gigi joins them. Momo clearly doesn't want him to join, but he joins them regardless. And overall, he's friendly, right? He's a little bit whatchamacallit. What's the word I wanted to use here? Can't remember. Happy-go-lucky, right? He's a little happy-go-lucky. He's a little bit of a goof. He probably doesn't even know what Okarun is feeling. He probably doesn't even know what Momo is feeling. His single brain cell, well, a quarter now because he joined the gang, basically. His quarter of a brain cell is not able to process all that information. So he means no ill, by any means. Then we get what's the name of that mannequin? Taro, a whatchamacallit, anatomy model from school running past everybody somewhere. Momo spots that he has one of Okarun's balls, which is probably why he came alive, right? We get an answer where the second ball is, and we have to chase after him. Momo was about to stop him, but unfortunately, Gigi wanted to play the knight in shining armor and moved her out of the way. Thankfully, Okarun is really fast, so Momo saddled Okarun, and they run after Taro, with Gigi also grasping at them and trying desperately to save Momo from the monster that is Okarun. And another proof that Gigi means absolutely no ill. When it turns out that the monster is Okarun and he unhenshins, Gigi isn't afraid or questioning. He's like, "So cool, you have a henshin!" Which, I mean, it's impossible to dislike that guy. Let's be honest here. Which is great, which is super cool. I like this. I like that characters who normally would be unlikable have some je ne sais quoi to them that makes them impossible to dislike, at least for me. Because I'm pretty damn sure that there is like a anti-fan club of Gigi haters and Ira haters. I'm absolutely convinced of that, but I'm not a member of either of those. They are still chasing down Taro. Thankfully, Momo grabbed his heart and just punches it every now and then. Hears a scream, and they follow the scream, and they find Taro eventually at a dump. And what's he looking for? Well, another anatomical model, Hannah, who was thrown away because she's been broken and, old model or whatever, wear and tear of using her constantly in the classroom, so she was thrown away. But Taro wanted to desperately find her, the love of his life. And in that romantic moment, I believe Okarun finally realized what his feelings are. And that's gonna be interesting where it goes from there. What's his idea of courtship, exactly? That will be something to behold, for sure. And that's where it ended, basically. Right? So, in today's episode, we're probably gonna pick up from that point. We're gonna have to retrieve the ball from Taro, maybe by convincing him to give it up, maybe by stealing it with force. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, one more important bit that I forgot. As it turns out, Gigi can see the paranormal, which is interesting. And I guess I kind of missed the whole entire first half of the episode because it was Gigi telling us what's the deal, why he's here. So a quick recap: Gigi and his family moved out to some house. Turns out that house is haunted. There is weird shit going on. It seems like only semi-real. It seems like, weird in general. There are weird creatures and humanoids skulking around. And Gigi tried to hire many exorcists and other priests. None of them succeeded. All of them committed suicide, which means that the entity is probably quite strong. The strongest exorcist that he knows of was, of course, Seiko, so he came to her for help, but Seiko can only realistically help in her own area, so it's gonna be down to Momo, and probably Okarun, and probably Aira is also gonna join us to expel that ghost. And I'm gonna assume that's how season 2 is gonna start. We'll see about that, though. Anything else? No, that's basically it. Yeah, we are very close to retrieving Okarun's second ball, which is gonna be interesting where the story goes from there, because finding his balls was the driving thing here, and now he has them both, or he's gonna have them both shortly. So unless this ball just slips away somehow, or he loses something else in the process, or whatever else happens, I wonder what they're gonna do. Because, I mean, mission accomplished. both balls are there, so what else do you need? Sorry if I sniffle every now and then. I don't know, maybe allergies or something. Um, anything else? Right. I wanted to. I'm not gonna find this comment right now, but there was a great comment under one of the videos, disagreeing with me, saying that Okarun and Momo are very mature, and saying that they are rather than being mature, they are realistic. Sometimes mature, sometimes not. And I really like this interpretation, and I fully agree with that. And now that I look back at it, yeah, they are mature in that they talk with each other, right? But they are immature in that Okarun is tried to hide the fact that he's working out, for example, right? Momo is immature in that she hides her feelings and sometimes reacts with aggression instead of positive emotions because she doesn't know how to deal with those, right? Both of them have their issues. And it's great because that means they are multidimensional. Very often you see a character who's immature and they're just immature. That's just the tag they have, and they constantly act immature in every single situation. You have a character who's labeled as mature, and they act mature in every single situation. Neither Momo nor Okarun are labeled like that. They are both mature and immature. Same goes for Aira, and I wouldn't be surprised if the same went for Gigi. All of them would be having their moments of maturity and immaturity, and that's great. And I just wanted to highlight that comment because it really changed a little bit how I think about them, and I like them even more now with that realization. So it's been going for a little bit too long now, 12 minutes of an intro. So how about we stop the intro and start watching the show, shall we? Episode 12, the finale. You're gonna need your subs, of course, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. And I'm gonna have to ask you for support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not share my content, spread the word. It costs nothing and helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching DANDADAN episode 12 in 3, 2, 1, go. And Gigi's playing with Turbo Baba. Oh. Sure. What about the ball? Wait, did I skip an episode? No, I did not skip an episode. Oh. Great. I mean, sure, he doesn't really have a home to eat at, so he's gonna have to rely on your generosity. Foreshadowing. uh, oh, he's touching her. How dare he? uh, is this how couples behave? Oh, is that gonna give him motivation to do something here and now? What the fuck are you doing? Uh, uh, Jesus Christ, mate. Uh, quarter of a brain cell, I swear. Oh, we're already going to GG's? Exorcism. The sooner you exorcise the place, the sooner he goes away. Yeah, I mean, of course. You're a team, after all. Ah, this bunch of idiots. Oh, they're gonna meet Taro. Yep, that's Taro. But wait, how do they see him if regular people can't see the paranormal? Amazing music with an amazing scene. You're getting isekai'd. I'm sorry, mate. Should have looked both ways. Hmm. Hannah's not alive anymore. Pretty sure she was stalking on the dump. Yeah. He's not Daijobu, alas. Or is he? Oh, there he is. Nice. I was afraid it's gonna have a tragic ending, but thankfully not. Ah, a better love story than Twilight. Yeah, and make sure to do it safely. Or just move in here, honestly. The school is not gonna miss a single anatomy model. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's some cool art. That's some cool animation. What the fuck is this thing? That's not a Serpoyan. I thought it's a Serpoyan, but it's like a Serpoyan with missing chromosomes. Also, curiously, I don't think this monster appears in the opening. Every single one of them does. Except that one, I think. Also, I wonder what's up with that Nibiru in the sky. Man, I hope it's a plot point at some point that Nibiru or Planet X exists. They find a fucking Haunebu in the forest and fly to Nibiru with it to to discover Hitler's secret base. Uh, I used to be very heavily into paranormal stuff when I was a kid. I read all about like Haunebus and Nibirus and shit like that. How do you even suck at that? uh, that's a lot of candy. Is that like instant ramen? What's with that turtle impression? Uh, yes, you can. You're not gonna you're not gonna will it into existence. uh, hmm. It's not a dirty joke, alas. Uh, please, please don't pull a stupid face. Please don't imitate him. She good. Uh, hmm. Curious. Oh, could this be the next foe to vanquish? The faces he pulls. He's just legitimately interested. They actually fought an Essie, so Okarun found a friend? Yeah? Damn! We can. They can totally live in a nice polycule. uh, uh, exactly. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's just stupid. Uh, Onsen episode. We getting into a hot spring? I love the music here. Why is she sitting around with a rifle? Why do they all look so fucking weird? Is this gonna be Silent Hill, where every single villager is creepy in one way or another? Or in this case, every single villager is creepy in the same exact way, because they look basically identical. Use telekinesis, maybe. Or super speed. How much further? Because they're probably all frauds. It only comes out at night? Or it's not spiritual in origin, but rather some sort of an alien or a cryptid or something. Here's the entire village. They look very Serpoyan-like. I wonder if Serpoyans based their appearance on those people. I don't know why would they, but no. uh, mm-hmm. Sure. Makes sense, actually. Maybe they only come out at night or something. A little bit overconfident, aren't we? Nice. uh, lap pillow. Lap pillow. Lap pillow. Also, nice coat. Stereo. Yeah, I would not be going alone. She won't be. And we're gonna have to save Momo. Is that what season 2 is gonna start with? Saving Momo? He wanted to go with her too. And the Torii gate makes for the whatchamacallit, the goal. Gigi's gonna coach you. He's a simple man. Damn! Right on point, mate. Huh. Is he gonna be a wingman? I have a feeling he's gonna be a wingman. Yeah, you kicked that straight. That's basically a textbook definition. Bit shallow. I mean, personality. So just add plus infinity, and you win. Uh, weakest. Villagers. Very desolate, this place. You'd think that a hot springs place would have hot springs, and you'd think this would not be a mixed bath. I mean, they're creepy villagers, so they are probably here to kidnap Momo or steal her banana organ or something that she doesn't have. But Henshin! Ah, look how friendly they are. UFO? Uh, Pocket dimension? Huh. Secret alien base? Oh, it is co-ed. I love the music. Sounds empty and metallic. Probably a bunker of some sort. Laying yourself away with telekinesis. Oh, we're gonna end on a cliffhanger, aren't we? We're 20 minutes in and the episodes are like 24-ish. Like alligators? Hmm. Well, that doesn't sound great, and they are behaving like alligators. You can fling yourself to safety at least. Ooh, that's a lot of seals. Can't use telekinesis? That's no bueno. They just unsealed something, didn't they? They broke the wall of seals. And if you do that, the thing that's sealed gets unsealed. And that's not great. Uh, let me note down some theories for season 2 already. Where are you, DANDADAN? There it is. Okarun and Gigi have to save Momo. Okarun and Gigi unsealed something in the house. Villagers are aliens. Anything else that comes to my mind? Not really. Right, no preview because it's the final episode. Alright. Let's watch this episode again, shall we? Yes, we shall. As we always do. Hannah is gonna live here now. Well, live. She's not particularly alive. She can use some sort of, like, telepathy with Taro, but that's about it. Gigi, of course, tried to play with Turbo Granny because, I mean, a cat is a cat, right? Doesn't matter that it speaks and everything. Yeah, not a ball after all. On one hand, that's a shame. On the other, cool. We get to continue the story a little bit more. I actually enjoy Gigi. I'm usually not a fan of this sort of annoying, comic relief, happy-go-lucky, hyperactive characters. But I actually enjoy him. Because what I enjoy about his character the most, I think, is that he's so damn innocent. You know? There isn't a mean bone in his body. He's not trying to, I don't know, to connive how to steal Momo from Okarun, right? He's not trying to get into her pants. He's not seeing Okarun as a danger, right? None of that. He sees Okarun, he thinks, friend. Cool. He asks Okarun if he loves Momo, gets his answer basically, and he's fine with that. Friends, not rivalry, right? Let's kick some ball together, and I'm gonna teach you how to score goals, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna tussle, and we're gonna solve a mystery. I always wanted a friend who's into the paranormal stuff. Tsuchinokos are so cool. How do you know so much about those? Can you teach me? Right? I really like that. And Okarun, of course, being his downer self, sees the worst in Gigi, sees him as a threat, sees him as competition, which he is, in a way. It's a reasonable assumption on Okarun's part, right? But, I mean, Momo is loyal. Momo is just made for Okarun, and Okarun is made for Momo. There's no splitting them apart. You need fucking Oppenheimer to split them, honestly. Now, Oppenheimer didn't figure out how to split the atom. He only figured out the use in an atom bomb, I think, right? Someone else figured how to split the atom. Whatever. Bunch of idiots. See what I'm talking about? Gigi sees this fucking mental behavior and he joins in. Because of course he would. Because he sees, hey, that looks fun, and I know this song. I'm gonna join in. And they're like a couple of birds dancing for the female bird and squeaking. I love those idiots. Yeah, of course she would ask that you go with her. Uh, Again, interesting that they were able to see Taro. And that Taro broke the window, which again begs the question, what's the exact deal with seeing paranormal and not seeing paranormal, right? Like, we know that when people see Okarun being henshined, they just see regular Okarun, right? We know that when they see Momo use her telekinesis, they don't see the telekinetic hands, right? We know that. Presumably, when Aira henshins, people also don't see that, they just see Aira. When our trio was transported into the pocket dimension at school, people just saw them just disappear, presumably, just vanish. And they weren't worried about it, so maybe some sort of like cognitive filter or something is used, I don't know. But in a situation like that, how do people perceive it? Is this just an anatomical model moving, like, stiff plastic just floating through the air? Is it the anatomical model moving like Taro is right now? Do they hear what he's saying? Right? How do they explain the window being broken? The I don't know. I don't know what the limits are. Or is it that only the paranormal is visible only when it's like physical, right? Like it's some sort of a spirit moving the anatomical model. And the anatomical model exists and is real, and thus people are able to perceive it. Maybe. Momo flings around the bowl, right? She takes it off the closet or whatever it was, right? People see it move, but people don't see her hands. Okarun's henshin in that way is also like additive on top of him in a paranormal way. So they see Okarun existing as he is, they don't see the paranormally added stuff. Maybe that's how it works. Right? Maybe that's how it works. What exists in real world, what's anchored in reality, people see even if it's interacted with by the paranormal. Only things born of the paranormal at their very core is what's unseen. Yeah, sure. Makes sense, actually. Makes sense to me enough. And getting henshined. I love how Momo cares about this model, how much she cares about Hana, right? She didn't just put her out there to just wait and went to bed. No, she's waiting with her. She gave her a scarf, even though she probably didn't need to. She's sweet like that. I fully was expecting a tragic ending. That Taro was to never again return, or something like that, but no. He's back, tied himself together with some vines or something. Yeah. And he's gonna be back tomorrow. Because, of course. I love this scene. How camera works here, right? The span over his head, the upside down face that really adds to the feeling of, uneasiness. Something's not wrong, something's turned around, something's twisted, something's wrong, right? And this, like, more carefully rendered movement of his hands and animated on twos. For some reason I thought it's animated on ones, but now it's on twos. It really adds to the uneasiness. And we turn around the camera again, and it's this thing. Slender man in tighty whities with a squished Serpoyan face. Cool. Imagine this was Enderman in the Minecraft movie. Could actually work as an Enderman. I wonder if someone modded this thing into Minecraft yet. Yeah, brought sweets for everybody. Right? And he's not doing like invoking all those memories just because he wants to get Momo, to make Momo fall in love with him. No, they're childhood friends, so they just talk about their childhood memories. Duh. Simple, right? No need to look too much into it. But of course, Okarun is jealous of the fact that they have a history together, right? Okarun has only known Momo for what, a month tops. I don't know how much time exactly went past in the anime, but I would say no more than a month. And Gigi has known her for how long exactly, right? So of course there will be some jealousy born of that. But again, no malice on Gigi's part, not even like purpose on Gigi's part. He's not talking about that stuff for any purpose in particular. He's just, oh, I bought those candies. Do you remember how the grandma at the shop was selling them? And right? Also, this is great. uh, I'm gonna screenshot it. That's amazing. That's amazing. Not. Yeah. And completely like not on purpose, completely unknowingly, Okarun just made a friend. Again, not a mean bone in Gigi's body. He doesn't see it as Okarun trying to steal the conversation. Why would he? Right? Okarun's showing us something cool. Well, that's cool. Can you tell me more about it? I love it. I love his just childhood fucking innocence. This is fun, yeah. Totally respect you as a friend. I'm an awkward fellow after all. Ugh, shot through the heart and you're to blame. Yeah, there's a couple of Tsuchinokos actually. Anything else important looking on the map? The volcano. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be relevant. Some hot springs. Just a normal map. Nothing like super sinister going on, besides the volcano, maybe. Hot Springs District. Nothing in that dark alley? No, not really. I was expecting something ominous to be there, but no. Now, this is ominous, though. It seems to be. There's a Target logo. Will it be a gun store? Yeah, there is. There is the like potykacz, we call it in Polish, which basically means tripper. Tripper, as in trip over something, because those things just stand around and you trip over them. There is some guns on it, so I'm gonna assume it's a gun store in Japan. Odd. And of course, very odd villagers. Every single one of them looking basically identical and super fucking weird. Just squished and short and pale and green. Look at those fuckers. They're not human. They are clearly not human. There's something going on with them. I just don't know what exactly. Like, they look so much like Serpoyans. The same skin color, the same grin, except without the teeth. Closed eyes. Serpoyans have like black beads for eyes. They are somehow related, I think. I don't know though. Japanese toilet, TV. And yeah, safe assumption that the ghosts only come out every now and then. I was hoping for a nice moment between them without Gigi, or maybe Momo even saying that I don't know. I wanted to send Gigi away to get some juice because I wanted to talk to you, Okarun, or right? I was hoping for something like that. A lap pillow would probably be a little too much, right? Like, I would expect the first lap pillow to be when they are both beaten up, or Okarun in particular is badly beaten up, and Momo gives him a lap pillow. He wakes up, has no idea what's going on, turns out Momo is giving him a lap pillow. That's how it's gonna go. That's a classic. That's a classic way to go about it, so I fully expect them to do that. And she just wanted him to sit for some reason, and she herself goes to a hot spring. Because, of course, I mean, we're in a hot spring, whatchamacallit, district, so we gotta go to a hot spring. But yeah, you probably should have all gone. Like, if you did, then first of all, Gigi would probably be able to tell you that that's a co-ed bath. How bold of you, Momo-chan, right? And they would go to their individual baths. And second of all, they would be there to hear her scream and rush to help. Maybe. But alas, they decided to split up. If Scooby-Doo taught me anything, it's to never split up. Always stick together. Yeah, Gigi is really a nice guy. Genuinely friendly, with lots of patience, right? Okarun immediately jumps into, oh, I'm so pathetic, I can't even kick a ball. Gigi doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He gets to kick a ball with a friend. What's it matter how good that friend kicks a ball, right? I love this childhood innocence of his. And he's a great judge of character in a way. Just immediately, you in love with Momo? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he is. It's the first guy friend for Okarun, so I'm sure I just get in the way. You're not a great judge of character, Momo. Although, I mean, they are getting along in their own way, right? Just competing over who loves Momo the most. Striking JoJo poses. Yeah, I mean, Okarun wins. Absolutely. And yeah, apparently a co-ed. All that's missing from this scene is some music, right? Like, what was that meme that was going around a couple of years ago with the dude in a red bandana, half naked, posing with like, right? Because you got that some right. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, put this in the background, and their walk would just be perfect with it. Bunch of fucking creeps, yeah, but music would enhance that scene. Okarun is very perceptive here. Yeah, this cube looks weird. Indeed, it doesn't even fit the style of the house. The like outside layer is different. There is no roof, no nothing. It's just a white cube. Sure does look weird. Yeah, apparently it is a co-ed bath. What should I do? Well, fling yourself away with telekinesis. Seems like quite the simple solution. Grab the fence, pull up, fling yourself. Turn your telekinetic arms into wings and soar back to the house. Like, right? Yeah, you're gonna be naked. I mean, you have the towel at least, so you can keep a little bit of your modesty. But presumably, you got some clothes for a change. You can always ask Okarun and Gigi to avert their eyes. I mean, they would probably avert the eyes of their own. Let's be honest. No need to ask them. and you would be saved. But you decided to stick around and fight. And honestly, no matter how strong of a girl you are, you stand no chance against 5 dudes. One of them, maybe. With some pepper spray, a well-aimed kick to the nuts, maybe. 5 of them! Run! Fucking run! But Momo, of course, is a fighter, to her detriment, alas. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. Whatever is inside of here was sealed, presumably for a reason, with a metric fuck ton of seals. And you just cracked a hole in it. Yeah. Momo's in trouble. They just unsealed a fucking Balrog. Great way to end the season! With a fucking cliffhanger. Why not? Why not? How long do we need to wait for season 2? Let me check that right quick. DANDADAN second season, July 2025, summer of the next year. God damn it, that's a lot of waiting. That's a lot of waiting. With a cliffhanger like that. They did us dirty. Oh, they did us dirty. They really did. Okay. I did not prepare myself because deep inside I still find it hard to believe that it's the last episode, but theories. We always do that at the end of every season, so no reason for DANDADAN to be different. Let's check them out right quick. Otaku Ken is Idol Ken as his other persona. No, not quite. That was when I still thought that Takakura Ken is completely like different. That Takakura Ken is the same as Takakura Ken. Not that Takakura Ken is an IRL actor. Otaku Ken just shares the exact name of Idol Ken. Yeah, that's basically what's going on. They share the name. Momo's good luck ritual actually worked. Did it though? I'm actually not sure. It was never like fully properly addressed. I think it did, but I'm not sure it did. I'm gonna say yellow. Spirits and aliens are one and the same. Not quite one and the same, but they are closely tied, so I'm gonna say yellow again. War between spirits and aliens hasn't really happened. Banana organs are a power source. Well, we don't know what exactly they are to the Serpoians. Spirits need banana organs to cure their depression. Right, stemming from the fact that Okarun's henshin is very depressed, meaning spirits are depressed and they need banana organs for that, but no, I don't think so. At least it was never explicitly addressed. Seiko exercises an alien thinking it's a yokai, and it works. Well, that hasn't happened, but still could. We learn what Serpoians eat, not yet at least. If regular people can see spirits, how was Okarun able to see Turbo Granny? That's a good question. And one of the comments, I believe, also gave a theory or an explanation that places with high enough concentration of spiritual energy basically make the spirits visible even to the regular people. Right? Kind of like the concentration of spiritual energy in Okarun's balls gave Aira her powers. Being in a place with a lot of spiritual energy temporarily gives you the ability to see spirits. Maybe it was never really confirmed, but I mean, it's a question, so I can't even really highlight it in any color. Mm. Restoring each ball gives Okarun a power boost. Well, it didn't. At least that one ball that he got did not give him a power boost, at least not one that would be acknowledged. Aira interacted with a paranormal person or the person to become Sarasara in her childhood. Yes, that's exactly what happened, actually. Aira comes from a broken home. She was raised by a single mother who then died. No. No, I'm thinking of Silky's family. We don't know about Aira's home, do we? We don't know about her home situation. So I'm gonna leave it as is. No, wait, Aira's mother died. So yeah, she does come from a broken home. Aira's behavior, narcissism, superiority complex are a coping mechanism. Maybe? Again, it wasn't explicitly acknowledged, but I feel pretty confident in saying so. Children can see spirits. We don't know that. No proper confirmation. Yeah, no proper confirmation yet. Aira was already special as a kid and could see spirits. We don't know that. Silky's longing for daughter and Aira's longing for mother is what allowed them to see each other. We don't know that. Aira gets Silky's powers. Yep. Exactly what happened. Serpoyans and other aliens also have a backstory, not revealed yet at least. Aliens cannot perceive the paranormal. They could perceive the Nessie, and they could perceive presumably Okarun's powers and Silky's powers, well, Aira's powers. So that's false. Chinkosu crab milk alien comes to help, not yet at least. Gigi's house is a Serpoyan pocket dimension or simulation. Doesn't seem to be the case. There is something sealed in the walls, but not Serpoyans. Monster at Gigi's is a Serpoyan, we don't know that. Okarun and Gigi have to save Momo. Okarun and Gigi unseal something in the house. Villagers are aliens. Those are brand new theories. So this is our balance for the finale of season 2. Alrighty. So, the episode. Did it work as a finale? Fuck to the no. It did not. It's a big ass cliffhanger. There was no climax to anything, there was no resolution to anything. It's just a nasty fucking cliffhanger. So it did not work as a finale, absolutely not. Did it work to make me curious about season 2? Absolutely yes. As a finale, not in the slightest. The episode itself, though, I enjoyed. I really did. I really grew to enjoy Gigi as a character. I really enjoy what he brings to the vibe in general, right? That he is also a bit of a device for growth for Okarun, in a way, right? Because Gigi exists, because he poses a threat to Okarun, Okarun becomes a little bit more bold. He becomes a little bit more in tune with his feelings, right? He's ready to admit, essentially, that he is in love with Momo. So Gigi plays a very important role here. Cool. I like it, actually. And I actually like him as a character, as a person. In all of his stupidity, in all of his innocence, in all of his happy-go-luckiness, and in everything he is. I didn't think I would, but I do. As much as the finale was a cliffhanger, I really enjoy where it's going. A little bit more on the mystery side, right? Like what was sealed in the walls? What's that mysterious entity? What's going on in the village, right? Like, we didn't really have this sort of full and proper mystery. We had thriller, bits with Turbo Granny, right? Time pressure and whatnot. But mystery, I don't want to say was lacking from DANDADAN so far, but it wasn't so much of a focus. Now it seems like the next arc is going to be focused on the mystery, and I could not be happier about it. I wonder if Okarun and Gigi are gonna have to save Momo, because let's be honest, Momo is in peril. In a naked or almost naked in a hot spring with 5 creepy, possibly supernatural freaks. It's not a good situation to be in. And now she's being forced underwater, and presumably she can't use her telekinesis for some reason. So either she's gonna get saved by a Deus Ex Machina, or she's gonna find enough power within her to chase off the attackers, or her attackers are gonna feel that Okarun and Gigi unsealed the room, and they're gonna rush there because it's more important. Huh. And that could actually happen. That could actually happen. Momo's attackers leave her be because Okarun and Gigi unsealing the room is more important, right? Like they got some sort of psychic pulse from the Hive Queen, protect the larvae, and they leave Momo and go to protect the larvae, or, right? Basically something along those lines. Good episode. I enjoyed it. I did not enjoy it as a finale, but I did enjoy it as an episode, and it would be perfect in the middle of a season, right? If this was a double core season, that would be perfect, but it wasn't. I can only wonder why. Maybe time constraints, maybe production issues, maybe it was planned to be a split core. I don't know, but it is what it is. So, good episode. Not a great finale. Now, about DANDADAN as a whole. It's great. I mean, that's basically the summary of what I think about DANDADAN. On a technical standpoint, it's great. Some amazing art, some amazing animation, amazing music. I don't often pay much attention to music in the background, but I did pay attention here, and it's great. I love the opening by Creepy Nuts. They're great in every anime they make an opening for, so it was a pleasure to hear that. And amazing voice acting, especially Seiko's ugly laugh. That was the best bit of voice acting I heard in a good while. But yeah, it's great on a technical standpoint. I really have nothing to complain about, honestly. So that's a very short review of that aspect. Characters. Characters I love. I utterly and completely love every single character in this show. It's hard for me to pick favorites because everybody is great. It's hard for me to pick who is my least favorite character because they're all great. They are all great, and it's not something I see often. Pretty much always, whenever I watch a show, I have someone that I don't like. Maybe because the show wants me to not like them, maybe because I just simply plainly don't enjoy them as a character, but for some reason, I don't enjoy them. Every show has one or two characters that I enjoy more than others, or maybe my favorites, right? Not so much here. Like, sure, I'm cheering mostly for Okarun and Momo. They are the main characters of this show, so it's hard not to. But they are not far above Turbo Granny or Seiko or Aira or Gigi or fucking Muko or anybody else for that matter. Everybody is just good. And a good part of that goodness in those characters is how well written they are. they actually feel like human beings, right? Like, I could see myself uh, standing in a queue to a gas station or wherever behind Okarun, right? He's a real person. Momo is a real person. Nobody is a template as of yet, right? Nobody is like given a label of stupid cheerleader, and she's just a stupid cheerleader. Those are her two traits. She does cheerleading and she's stupid, right? There's nobody like that. Nobody who could be described with just a couple of traits. Momo, she is a bit of a gyaru, yes, that would be one of her traits. She's smart, she's headstrong, she's a little silly at the same time as well. She's a little meek every now and then, right? Everybody is multidimensional. Everybody has so many traits to them that they actually feel real. And I'm coming back again to that comment about their maturity and non-maturity at the same time, because that was golden. So I love the characters. The story. The story. I find myself enjoying it, honestly. Like, I know that I know that some people might have a problem with this story not like going anywhere in particular, right? Like, there is not a story of there is a demon lord, we gotta kill the demon lord, we have a goal, and we go on the track to the demon lord, right? There's nothing like that. We're just kind of swerving around, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Sometimes it's a monster of the week. Sometimes we're just hanging out at Momo's place and eating. Sometimes we're gonna go visit a park. Sometimes we're gonna go to swim. Sometimes it's gonna be a day at school, right? It's a bit of that, bit of this. And thinking about it made me realize what's the genre of DANDADAN. For the longest time, I've been repeating that DANDADAN is every genre. It's horror, it's comedy, it's slice of life, it's romance, it's everything. But I think, mostly looking at the structure, it's ultimately a slice of life show. It is. With elements of paranormal, yes, but ultimately, it's slice of life. Because we're doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? There is the going to the Konbini arc, known from every slice of life show, with the twist that on the way we meet Bigfoot, right? There is the beach episode that's in every slice of life show, where we go to the beach, get some shaved ice, and a alien base emerges from below the water, right? It's a slice of life in this way, where the basis, the root of it, is a slice of life, but then it branches into things. Slice of life with romance, slice of life with horror, slice of life with comedy, right? I think that's it. I really enjoy the stories that were presented to us. I don't think there is a single story that I would not enjoy. I don't think there's a single moment where I would be like, that's unrealistic. They should not have done that. Why did they do this? Are they stupid or something? Right? Often I see those sorts of plot contrivances, right? Idiot plot, essentially. The plot hinges entirely on the prospect of someone not saying something, or someone misunderstanding something, or someone behaving in a completely moronic way. Not so much in DANDADAN. Even if I might criticize Momo for leaving alone, because it was a stupid thing to do, she has a good explanation. She wanted to give Gigi and Okarun time to bond, and she didn't want to come between them, right? And I accept that as a good explanation. It explains her actions, it explains her motives. However stupid that action might have been in retrospect, right? It's cool. I like how well written it is. I really do. The only thing I have to wonder about is, are we going to get any sort of overarching plot? That's something I wonder. It could very well be that maybe the first couple of seasons are gonna give us this like monster of the week kind of deal, kind of slice of life meandering style, and then some sort of overarching plot is gonna be introduced. But it doesn't have to be true. I could very well see this show just being how it is. And the manga, right? The source material. I can entirely see it being one of the manga that can have 58,000 volumes released in total, because there's always something new to write about, because there's no end in sight, there's no end goal, there's no target to achieve, right? None of that. And then when the mangaka is satisfied with that, then we can get an ending. Okarun and Momo go out together, Gigi and Aira go out together, maybe, right? They get a soccer ball worth of children each, and they go on fighting ghosts, and the story ends there, right? It could work. But until then, until the mangaka is tired with it, I can see it being a monster of the week kind of deal, or a theme of the week, or a romance of the week, or whatever, right? Cool. I like it. I really do enjoy this show. It's a treat every single week. Which you might say is weird that I recorded this episode late. I did not record it on Thursday. It's Monday today, but it happens sometimes. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it about this episode and about this show so far, this season rather, from me for today. But maybe you guys have something more to add on the topic of this show, this episode, this finale, my reaction, my thoughts, whatever, my theories. Leave your comments down below the video. No spoilers, please. Of course, as always, spoilers can go to my Discord if you'd like. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to be notified of future videos. Not only DANDADAN, well, no longer DANDADAN, but also Shangri-La, Frontier, Mao 2099, Arifureta, plenty others coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified of when those videos go up and when I go live, because I do live stream sometimes. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it costs absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: Cubies, Rainer, Dr. Watt, Akamancer, Marsh, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them if you want without having to have Gigi as your rival.